how we're gonna start all
episodes
from now on. Swallow.
I'm glad I don't got headphones on.
Swallow.
Because you hear how long the is. It's like 3 S's.
Swallow.
It's like 3 S's worth of
Don't worry, I'll leave it in the recording. so you can hear it. When you get the stems, it'll be there.
I'm like, where does it start? And you gonna see the audio spike where exactly it's at. You gotta listen to it because you don't know for sure. That's swallowed.
Oh my goodness.
Now I gotta listen to it.
Funny. All right, people, let's get this show on the road. Wait, where is it at?
Anybody want some more wine?
Yeah, I ran out. And I don't know why I was pretending like this Pepsi was gonna do it for the rest of the show. Just bring the. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm juicing, you know.
Look at you.
I know.
I'm good. I got my water back here.
What is that? What's wrong?
You can kill that, Syrok.
Wait, you juicing for the month?
Yeah.
So like no solid foods or just
Fruit vegetables.
It was dry January, but you know, mine is wine.
That
Really
liquor don't taste like that. Why did I say that out loud?
While we're recording too. I mean, we're gonna cut this out, but that's crazy.
I don't know why I thought
product
I was
placement.
talking to myself.
With intrusive thoughts. You like usually those thoughts we keep inside. You just let them out.
You know what? One thing I know in Syrok, does he ever keep stuff inside?
That's what I really thought I did. I really thought I showed restraint. I was pouring. And then you responded to it like, wait.
But you know what? It was so regular to me that I was like, yeah, that shit is gonna taste good.
The pH, look, the pH gonna be pHing. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's gonna taste good.
It's gonna be alkaline.
Are we rocking?
Yep.
All right, here we.
Hi. What's going on, fam? Look, you are tuned in to In Your City here on WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA.
Soul.
He ain't done that in a while.
He hasn't. Hey, it's 2024. Go ahead.
No, you know it's gonna be a good
Go
show.
ahead.
You know it's gonna be a good show when he think about that.
Oh,
That's a
gosh.
fact.
Look, you joining with your favorite crew. I'm your guy, Arrington. Gavin. Joining me always is my fam. We got comedian Syrok Foxx.
Oh, family.
Slurping it up.
Was that? Is it
Family.
good? Is it good, sir?
Hey, y'all.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, that's comedian Syrok Foxx.
Ready.
We have the lovely hustle queen, Miss Michele Young. Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
And we also got to shout out our awesome producer, Mr. Cam Godley.
Yo.
What's going on, boss?
What he's sipping on? Have they paid you recently? Okay.
We should
So,
talk.
We won't shout him out. We won't shout him out.
I do it on IG.
But you know what?
Because this one is hitting. Are they black on? Like, who is it?
It's black on.
Oh, come on. We should say it at the end of the show. We'll say who we see.
We'll do it on the podcast.
Yeah, we do it on podcast. But you know who I would shout out though? Hey, shout out to Gerard Mayo, the newly hired head coach for the New England Patriots, Hampton Roads native. From Hampton, actually from Hampton.
Yeah.
He has a few rings with New England. He's been an assistant coach up there
it.
for a minute. So yeah, shout out to him, man. Because look, Bill Belichick was a legend. So the fact that you're his successor is a pretty big deal.
amazing.
So
VA head coach.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So making VA look good.
Wow.
But look, y'all, how's everybody doing today?
Beautiful.
Y'all look sharp.
I was stranded.
Were you?
Stranded.
Oh.
So this is my last month on with no vehicle. So I'm happy with that. This is my last month. I ain't got stressed about it.
Hey,
Yeah.
won't he do it? Won't he do it?
After my Las Vegas residency, after I'm done doing those shows, I'll be having enough money to give myself a little something.
I know that's right. I know that's
But yeah, man, I went to Lyft and they took me all the way to Virginia Beach, and it was terrible. I was in front of an adult store.
Okay.
Nah.
Was it really terrible? I feel like that would be like a blessing.
They had your
A blessing in
name.
disguise.
They had your name.
It's a
It was
sign.
rugged evolution. You need to talk to them.
So what you doing?
Definitely
What
something-
you doing?
Definitely something Aaron's
Type in
not telling
adult
us.
store, rugged.
Anyway, moving on. Okay, all right. Jeez.
Got his secret products in the back.
All right, Michelle. Look, whose side are you on? See, whose side are you on? But look, y'all. Look, I'm gonna start off the convo with a story I was reading about. So this man gifted his lovely girlfriend $100 to go gamble. Right? They went on a casino trip, and he said, "Look, here's $100." Now his girlfriend ends up hitting it big, 30,000 plus, right?
Yeah.
And so he's thinking, okay, you want something? You mind breaking me just a little cut? Either help
Thought
me
he
out.
was gonna get some.
Thought he was gonna get some. Guess what? She's refusing. Now the question I want to ask: should she have given him a cut, and if so, how much? Like, is she in the wrong or is she right? Like, talk to me, folks. Talk to me.
All right, so because you bring these questions, the style of questions to the panel all the time, and it makes me realize more and more that I am in a little bubble in my own little world for real.
Factory.
Because if this has happened before on
Mhm.
FanDuel does not sponsor us at all.
Nope.
All right, so I ain't gonna say their name one more time. This is the last time. And I gave my lady money to gamble, and she won a grip. A grip. There was no conversation about it afterwards, besides the high five. Yes, right. Naturally, just throughout our time together, that money got spent on me anyway.
Mhm.
She either got me something to eat when I was hungry or wasn't feeling good. She either got me some socks or drawers or something. I ain't gotta ask, you know what I mean? If I gave my lady $100 at a casino, and she hits 20,000, 20 million, 20 billion, whatever, I ain't gotta, I just know.
Right.
I just know.
Right.
I don't gotta be like transfer to my account. Oh no, I'm gonna quit this tomorrow.
Now,
Sorry guys.
now put in the mindset.
I am gone.
Now, but put in the mindset though. What if she doesn't at all? Like, what if she never?
How's that possible? We live together. Our expenses are the same. It's impossible.
Well, I mean, she starts getting herself a ride for her, or getting her own personal, clothes and this and that, the other, and you just like,
her looking good is a benefit to me. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing that she can do that'll make me feel like the money isn't getting spent on me.
Her winning already is a win for you.
Her winning is me winning. Like, if she does only spend the money on her, then guess what? I ain't got to spend no money on her. And that's a lot of money.
Such a sweet response. Well, I'm different. All right, I'm different. I definitely want to see my wife win. But I'm not asking for the whole half. I'm not asking for a lot. But if she, if she won 30, hey, she blessed me with 1,000. Oh, God,
are you
bless
gonna ask though?
I'm not gonna ask,
right?
but
Because you know what she's gonna do.
But I won't ask for the first night. The night she won. Next day I'll be like, so 30,000 a lot of money, right?
You know dang well your missus is spending that money on you without you having to.
I know. But I'm just I'm putting myself in the position of
if she didn't really took the money and ran. That's crazy.
I'm just
30,000 ain't enough to run on.
Yeah,
it's not, but it's just
I
guess to this gentleman here, which is an old couple too. It's not like a young couple. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. I mentioned that because I know you spoke about husband and wife. So it's a little different between husband and wife and boyfriend and girlfriend. But they've been in a relationship for a long time. They're close to 60 years old, 55 and 58 years old. So
to me, that's what makes it even worse. Like, to Syrok's point, the whole first part of your question would have been usurped with any woman that I'm with. There wouldn't have been a question.
Wouldn't have been no question at all.
That would have been it. Like,
I mean, she could have returned $100 maybe.
Exactly, return the favor.
But what if there's context we don't know? Like, what if she spent 30,000 on him in the last 10 years
or something?
Yeah, or
like he ain't the man.
He ain't a side dude no more. That secret is exposed.
But you know what though? It's funny because it's been circulating on social media, and so many people have had different responses. And I'm like this: okay, if someone gifts me with $100 Visa gift card, it's not up to me to buy you a gift. You gave it for me to enjoy. So in a sense, I'm like, hey, look, I gave it to you. You won. Yeah. That you know what I mean?
I finally get what you mean now. That's like when the weed man sells me like an eighth and then stays with me to smoke 2 blunts. How you gonna smoke with me?
But see, he's winning twice though. He's winning twice because you already paid him, and then he's also going to smoke it. Yeah,
that's the same.
That's hard. That's hard.
I get it now.
That's hard.
I understand. I didn't see it at first, but I had to break it down in my word.
But man, so many people are like, oh yeah, you need to at least get, the $100 back, or maybe just a little, not the whole thing. But I'm like, you know what? Again, think of it. You got $100 Visa gift card. Again, she won it, but I don't know. Now, if she hit like the millions, it's like, so you want to help me
my
out.
lady can hit 50 Cent tomorrow. We got 50 Cent added to us.
Yeah,
that's just how it
that's
goes.
it. That's
50
it.
Cent,
different from the marriage to boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I mean, you've been together for a long time.
I don't know. I think that man's like, look, I'm almost 60. Yeah. Look, that money could look good to.
We don't know the context of what if he's really bad at managing money too, and she's like,
that's true.
She's like, no, I'm not giving you this money because
we've been broke for 40 years. Yeah. Every time I hit it big, I let you get it to flip it, and then you didn't flip it out of our bank account. Not this time, Charles.
Look, but baby, I got this investment though. I got this investment. It's gonna make us rich. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
the other
exactly.
5,800 ones.
Exactly.
He didn't know it. He went to TikTok and started telling everybody.
My mother still don't talk to you because you don't spend over time.
By the way, his name is definitely Charles.
It's
got to be Charles. It's got to be Charles.
Whatever it was,
it's Charles.
It don't matter. It's Charles today.
It is now.
Hey, look, if your name is Charles, tune into this. Hey, continue to tune in every Sundays at 12 p.m. But this is not for you. But anyway, y'all, I just had to bring that up because I'm like, look, it's a pretty interesting conversation because, again, is it a sign of greed on the male's behalf then for asking, or is it a sign of greed on the females for not giving? But like, y'all made some great points. It's not even a question I will ask because I know for sure her win is my win.
I think that's the biggest thing. Finances in our relationship has never been a problem, even from dating stage. Me and my lady been together 16 years. I be switching between 15 and 16. I feel like we got the 16 by now. We've been on the radio for almost a year. It got
watching is like 17 years. It's like you way off like about 2 or 3 years.
But yeah, it wouldn't be a thing. It wouldn't be a thing.
Okay. Well, look, y'all. Continue to what do y'all think? Look, y'all can DM us at in your city on IG, of course, our Smooth Club Media, and just let us know what you think. We are gonna move it on though to our favorite segment. Syrok, man, what you think?
Attention. It's time for.
It's time for Syrok. What you think?
First of all, that was so
I'm
crazy.
sorry, I had an itch. I had an itch, bro. I'm sorry.
This was going to be wild.
I'm so sorry, Syrok. It's almost like slurping, a drink during in the mic, right?
Anyway, I don't even want to do this anymore. Y'all, Syrok, what you think? The time of the afternoon on a Sunday where you, the normal people, the regular people, the everyday folks with jobs and such, they get entertained by us 3 or 4. How many of us is now? How many of us is it? 4? 4 solid? 4 forever?
Yes.
Well, 5. We got to shout out Alvin too, because Alvin, he's not here today.
Alvin take 3 pictures and leave.
That is
he does more than that.
Harsh.
We're not gonna do that to Alvin.
I'm not shouting Alvin out. Screw you, Alvin. All right, that
was the shout out.
All right, so this question was catered to my life, but I want to cater to every type of relationship because I feel like people have the dynamic of love a little bit twisted. Y'all know me and love is real tight. Sometimes we be beefing and sometimes we be right. But today, it's going to be mighty nice because I got something for everybody. So on my IG, we are preparing for a live stream in Vegas with me and my 2 ladies, right? And we're going to answer a lot of questions that people always wanted to ask a poly triad or whatever you want to call it, right? And oh no, I want to have to skip that. I lost my question. Where'd it go? Yep, there it is. All right, sorry. Where I left off at?
Live streaming in Vegas.
Live streaming in Vegas. Okay. So I'll just cut it at And so when we do that live, we'll be answering a whole bunch of questions that's asked by the public who follow us, right? One of the questions stuck out though, because I don't know, it just seemed like it was the most common. It came up the most. That's why I clicked on it. It was something similar. I didn't even have to go too far to find where the question was at. The question is, how do you make sure that everything stays balanced? How it should balance how it should. Little lingo problem, that's all right. English is hard for everyone. I'll summarize it. When it comes to attention, dates, money, etc. So basically someone is asking me, how do I keep the love balance between my wife and our girlfriend and and that question came up a lot, and it also applies to people who are in regular standard vanilla relationships too. The goal isn't balance. When you accept that your relationship is never going to be balanced, right? It's never going to be you giving 50% and the other person giving 50%. It's always going to be something weird, like 70. And I hate this part because my math be crazy. 70 what? It's 30% after 70. Let's just stick to one example and just keep it rolling. It's always going to be off balance. The people in my relationship, all three of us have different requirements in different stages of our relationship. Say we need attention. I need, say, 50% attention. And one woman can only provide 25 and the other woman can provide 25. Well, my attention needs are met by 50%. You get what I'm saying? That might just be for that week. The next week, I might need 150% attention. I might need a lot of support. I might need a lot of encouragement, a lot of word of wisdom from my ladies. And then they, stepped up their game to provide that, and vice versa. I can't provide all the connections my wife needs to be stable and a good housewife. I can't do it alone. However, pause, comma. Ooh, you see that dramatic effect? Move on.
That was good.
Okay.
However, my wifey, my girlfriend, helps provide that attention that I can't give. Me and you be on the road a lot. You be doing a whole bunch of stuff. And sometimes when I'm moving and grooving, I think, man, the only person moving like this gotta be Arrington. Like it gotta be Arrington, where we talking to some stranger who ain't never seen this before, and we trying to pitch our lives in 30 minutes before they gotta go. Or we meeting up with politicians or people who, move the lines as far as our entertainment goes. And we just don't have the time to go back home and give that full attention to our wives like we need. Well, that's what my girlfriend is for. She helps provide that balance. But as far as trying to keep everything equal, impossible. Impossible. Now, do you agree? Do y'all have anything that you say against no, I think it is a way to keep it balanced where you can get the same amount of love from each other, or I'm against you, but hey, I hear you out.
But you know what? It's so hard for me because again, I'm just a year of being a married man, with my wife. Been together for really almost like 7, 8 years.
That's a long time.
Still a long time.
It is.
Still nothing to laugh at.
But it's like our relationship as college sweethearts is much different as real world, sweethearts. The work is a lot harder. Is more, like you said, we're always on the move. So I always have to make the time, because I'm still learning. I always have to make the time to, make sure I give her the right, the proper attention and the right attention. Because I really don't know what we want to say.
I was gonna say, do you feel like she gives you more attention than you give her? Like, do you feel like that's off balance?
Yes, I do. And it will be because again, I need to do better because I'm busy. I'm really busy. There's nights where, hey, we have our conversations, of course, in the morning, boom, we're working. By the time I get home, I might have to do a little more work. And then really our conversation is like minutes before we go into bed. And I feel bad because like, man, I didn't make that time for my wife. So I'm always, again, a student. I'm making sure that, okay, look, work got to stay here or whatever happens. If another call comes in, look, I'll just, I'll text you, be like, hey, can I call you tomorrow? I'm learning more with that because I'm that person. Oh, phone rings, boom, I got to answer. I got a text. Ooh, we at the dinner table. Hold on, I just got this email. I got to send out. So it's like it's difficult. So
one, you never respond to my text that fast, and two, what I would recommend.
It's a reason for that.
What I would recommend is you let go of that pressure that you feel to try to do better, because you naturally already are. And your stage in your relationship, that balance may be a little off. You may not be able to give as much attention as she can. But who's to say that only lasts for this year or maybe next? True. And then all of a sudden, it's her that's all of us can't give you the same attention, and you can give all the attention. When you accept that change is inevitable. It'll always be there. That fluctuation is always gonna happen. And you shake that weight, that like, I'm tripping. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not financially. Once you shake that and realize it's not gonna stay the same, enjoy where you at right now. Do what you can, and your partner following that same. You're gonna be together forever. Forever.
And you know what? I agree 100% what you just said, because the fact of the matter is, no marriage is no relationship is perfect. And I think people have to start getting that word perfect out of their mind, thinking they're gonna be like, oh, we can do this 50-50. Stop dreaming.
Don't worry.
Stop dreaming. Because then when you keep having that number, it's gonna affect your relationship, your marriage, and then that's where the discourse starts coming into play.
Yeah.
So,
now, Michele, you practice poly as well.
Yes.
Now, you're in the beginning stages of it. You're still learning it, right? Still learning the game.
Yeah.
So my question to you was, do you search for balance, or do you have another like format that you look for as far as keeping things stable in your relationships?
I feel like one of the biggest mistakes that I made when I was actively into relationships was trying to do 50-50 time. Like I tried to spend half my time with her, half my time with him. I didn't want to make one person or another feel like they were neglected, but in reality that it ended up burning me out to such an extreme personally, because then I really wasn't spending time with myself. It's like 7 days a week I was just split. I maybe had one day to myself, but to me, it was more of a distraction by trying to force myself to do 50-50. I don't think that that's possible. I think what you're saying, Syrok, is right. There's times where one person is going to have more availability and this person's not. And I feel like you just got to be very, very flexible in all relationships. Because even if I'm just with one person, my lifestyle is insanely busy. I got 2 businesses plus the full package, plus trying to have some sort of a social life and exercise and be healthy. So there has to be some point you have to have a little bit of selfishness to you to like take care of yourself. But ultimately, I try now to just be very, very honest. I tell people up front, I'm very busy. I don't have a lot of time, but when I do schedule time with you, you're going to have all of me. Like you're going to have my full focus. I'm going to be completely into whatever we're doing. If we're on a trip or, whatever it is, but it may not be a lot of time. It may not be often, because I'm in a building phase, but I just feel like being so brutally honest with people is the key. Like you can have happy, healthy relationships at any stage of your life, whether you're super busy or you're not really busy. You can have happy, healthy relationships if you just be honest and tell people one thing. Now, if I told you, if I'm in a relationship and I'm like, hey, I'm going to spend every single day with you, we're going to spend, and then I can only live up to 1 or 2 days a week, then I'm a liar. And then that person's going to get frustrated. Then I've lied to them.
Expecting and
so it's be honest up front before you move on. Be like, okay, look, we 5 years in advance, but this is really how it goes. What I mean?
I'm feeling what you did. So to wrap it up, and to throw a little cherry on top of what Michele has added to that vibe. I like it a lot. So the cherry on top would be just as brutally honest as you are of telling people. Your ears need to be as brutally as listening. I don't know what's a brutal listener. What's an
active listener?
I don't know. What it gotta sound more gutty than that.
It's more brutal listener.
You just listen so hard. So the way I say that, the reason I say that is just as clear and as understanding as you are conveying what you can provide. You need to be listening just as hard as what they need to make it in this relationship. That's why I always start the day off with what do you need from me?
I love that.
And they either say nothing, daddy, I'm good. Oh, I'm sorry. They either say
love
nothing.
That. Yes.
Nothing, dear. You know what? No, you want to throw up? They call me daddy. You damn right they call me daddy. But daddy. Yeah, and I listen to what they ask for, and I tell them of what that list of they're asking for, what I can provide. And the things that I can't provide fully, I turn to my other partner and say, this is what they have. This is what I can provide partially. Can you help me with this? You know what I mean? Whether that's emotional or anything. I mean, whether it's baking a cake and all I have is the icing, my wife got the fixings. It's just how it works. And I feel like everyone, whether you poly or monogamous relationship, that's what you should be gunning for. Do everything you can to provide what they asked for.
Mm-hmm.
And then the parts where you come short, communicate where you come short at, and then find ways to fill that gap. We just found another woman. It just made it easier.
Sounds great.
And that's
So-
what you think.
So thank you, Syrok, for that great briefing. We're gonna move it on to Queen Miss Michele Young. What you got for us today?
So have you guys seen the video that has been going viral and circulating about, a guy, he took his wife to dinner for her birthday and looked like some friends or some family that they took out with them. And then when the bill came, he was informed that, because he's the only man at the table, he automatically by default should pay for the entire bill. And it broke out into an argument.
It was a busload up.
Yeah, it was a lot of them
It
against
was like
him.
6 women.
A lot. And he was standing his ground,
Absolutely.
of
As he
the
should.
fact, at the fact that, I'm going to pay for my wife and my dinner, but, basically I'm not, I'm not married to all of you. And then the wife at one point, all the, the friends or family, they called out the wife, like, are you going to let him basically disrespect us and not pay? And then the wife actually took up for her husband, was like, basically get your own husband. I got my husband paying for my bill, but get your own husband. And and then next thing you know, the other women started leaving, like just leaving. I'm not paying, just leaving the venue. So I want to know, what are y'all's thoughts on that? What would you do in that situation?
So I'm under the accusation that that's a skit.
Okay.
That's
okay.
I mean, I'm not under the accusation. I am accused that it's a skit. Now, y'all can disagree, but I feel like it's a skit. But paying for the birthday girl's dinner and my family's dinner was what the men should have done. It's like, as far as chivalry goes, if you're the only man at the table and you're at this birthday dinner, it just looks just some player stuff to, pay for the birthday girl. It just looks good for the man. Now, all them other chicken heads. I don't know.
Why do you think you're getting a free dinner for her birthday?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your birthday is.
And then like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. And they start, oh, this is so eating this nice establishment. Like that's really what I'm like, shut up.
When you went in, saw my husband, you automatically said,
got a free meal.
Yes.
That's
crazy.
You ordered with the mind frame
That's wild.
This ain't my money. And then you picked probably not, I bet you they didn't get salads.
No, they didn't get salads.
I bet you they got multiple appetizers, multiple drinks.
It was like 700.
It was
for like
700.
6 or 7 of them.
Good. Let me tell you.
There'd be no way you can feel that entitled around my spouse.
And what a fire response. She said, maybe y'all just need to get a husband. Maybe if y'all get a husband, y'all can do that. But I mean, it was priceless. It was I was so happy the fact that his wife stuck up for her husband, because obviously, like you said, he was standing his ground. He wasn't gonna back up from nothing. He's like,
he wasn't coming off any more money than he said.
He did not pick up that wallet.
The birthday girl. And he made that.
And what the restaurant gonna do? Arrest him? He paid.
Yeah.
He paid for his food.
He paid for his and hers. Yeah.
They gonna arrest all them girls that walked out and didn't pay. That's
they gonna learn a lesson today.
But why but you know what though? I feel as though, like, say in reality, if that does happen to to men, sometimes, like, and I'll just speak for myself, our pride kind of gets caught up in it, and it's like, okay, look, I'll just cover. Like you said, feel like a big baller kind of thing. But in realistically and smart with your finance, like, hold up, I'm not supposed to be paying for y'all. It's not my position.
In my league.
Exactly. Ball.
Yeah.
Bar.
That is a bar. That is a bar.
And it's inflation too.
We are
Really?
Chili's right now. We getting lit. You drinking. You taking shots. We eating ribs. I got the tab, my G.
$200.
I got the tab. But if we at Ruth Chris,
No, we are not.
I paid before I got there.
Man.
I pre-ordered my food on DoorDash and delivered it to my table.
Man.
I ain't gotta pay nothing.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. You said that because one time, you met my friends, Sherry and Jason. Shout out to Sherry. We talked with them at the wine
Very
fest.
lovely couple.
Sherry was on the show once.
Sherry, that's right. Sherry was on the show, man.
I like both of them.
Okay, so we had all went out to like Lone Star Steakhouse, right? And I picked the rest of the spot. They're like, man, we should have done like Ruth Chris. Really, we had to do like this one, and just and it was dinner. I think that it wasn't Cher's birthday, but we were kind of celebrating her birthday at the time. And honestly, a lot of restaurants and steakhouses were booked. So I'm like, dang. So I'm like, Lone Star Steak. He still a great meal. We had a bottle of wine. It was dope. So fast forward, we went out to Ruth Chris, I think like right before we were going to a comedy show. And man, Ruth Chris, that bill came out. I think we spent like almost like $300 each per couple. And it was so funny because my friend Jason was like, I don't believe this. I'm like, told you. I said,
So
I told
wait,
you.
he never been there before?
I don't
Because why is he talking that Ruth Chris talk if he ain't never?
Yeah, he never seen that bill.
Man, what I tell you, and it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been in Ruth Chris, and honestly, because of that, it's like okay, never again. Like it's a lot of hype.
Prepay
Yep.
for your
That's
food.
smart. That is so
at
smart.
Expensive restaurants at large gatherings. I do it religiously. Plus, when you just walk away on some pimp stuff, what they gonna do? They gonna complain, and the waitress gonna be like, "He been paid," and we already in our car.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it is the dopest thing
that
to
is
do.
so smart.
I have never argued over a bit.
That is hilarious. Man, well, look, y'all, of course, the conversation is going to continue in the podcast, but for those who are tuned into our radio show right now, look, continue to tune in every Sundays noon on WNSB Hot 91.1 FM, the soul of VA.
The soul
and look,
of VA.
We go on podcast. So listen to us on wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's iHeart, Apple, Odyssey, all that good stuff. So look, see you next Sunday, y'all. We out.
Oh, my man took his hat off.
Shit.
We about to get to it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. But that thing was so funny because I think it was like Shear's. It was a last minute spot for her birthday, and they were just tease like, they weren't serious, but they were just tease like, man, Lone Star, we should have went to like like a what was it, Butcher Son Chop House? So like
he didn't know.
Man, I tried to tell him, I'm like, look, let me tell you something. Go to Ruth Chris if you want to, and
it's not that good.
It's not.
The food is not that good. Prom 225 is better.
The food is good.
Yeah.
At least when I went, the food is good, but it ain't that.
But you can make it at home for like
that's most places though.
Because their whole thing is like family style in a sense. They like give you like family style stuff.
I feel like I don't know. I felt like it was just missing a lot of key components to make something excellent. And for you to be paying that, it should have those key components. So that's why I don't go. I've been, I think 3 times that I really actually ate. I've been one time where I just drank a little bit, but the 3 times that I ate, each time I was like, I'm still hungry.
That's what they be catching your ass. Them drinks, them goddamn drinks.
The drinks do get you. The drinks do run it up, but
they're very expensive.
It's just not it. And now if I go to Prom 225, get the same dish for almost $40-$50 less, and it has those key components that I love.
It's probably probably more than $50 less.
I don't even know because I drink a lot. So the drinks, the drinks add up.
The steaks alone be like $40, $50, $60.
Yeah,
even more than that.
Depending on what cut are you getting? Oh
yeah. Just the steak.
Want that Wagyu?
We were watching. She has never seen the movie Booty Call. So in the scene when they were out eating, and she's like, "Let me get the lobster." She's like, "What the fuck is that? You see that? That says seasonal, meaning that and that is the truth. When you be seeing that seasonal price, what? Oh my god,
man!
Like $260 for the steaks, the seasonal steak.
What's the in season? Give me the out of season lobster.
What can I always get?
Exactly.
Chicken tenders.
Oh my gosh, man! But good shit. Well, look, y'all, we obviously in the pod right now, wrapping up another great radio show. I wanted to bring up more with the whole wage inequality pay wage.
Foxx's input, right?
Yes. So of course we're talking about when Taraji mentioned about, hey, look, the frustration about not getting what we're worth 20 plus years, and the math is not mathing. So obviously that's still an ongoing, just conversation. Everybody, when they see her in the public, she's an advocate, praising her, want to see her continue to win, all that good stuff. So fast forward, TMZ follows up with Vivica Fox, right? And she's saying, well, I'm all for, my sisters in Hollywood and theater, supporting one another, this and that and the other. I personally have never, and now they asked her the question, like, have you ever experienced anything like? She's like, I haven't, never came up with those woes in my career. Said, but I'm with them for, supporting one another. But she's like, but I'm okay. I'm good. And she kind of got some heat.
I don't see if she never experienced it. I don't see what they wanted her to do.
And that's
you can't be no social warrior for.
And that's my thing. Like she never said
she never experienced it personally, but she can't say that she doesn't know anybody that fell victim to that or anything like that.
She was asked if this happened to her. Now she could have mentioned saying, "Hey, look, now I know that happens to other people," but I think for them, they're pissed off at the timing because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, how is that going to help Taraji's argument of, and just in general, like, black actresses getting paid what they're worth? Now, a person left in the comments, said, hey, look, Vivica Fox's career does not match nowhere near close to Taraji P. Henson. So on to the next one.
She was literally a supporting actress on Taraji P. Henson's lead actress show Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that too, look at the awards in comparison. Like, how many awards have Taraji received or been nominated compared to?
We're not gonna act like she didn't hold her man down.
Oh no!
Independence Day.
Oh no! Vivica's a shit now. Vivica's a shit. Set it off
because of her
Independence
support,
Day.
she saved the world.
For her whole, with her whole 2.5 minutes of screen time.
She saved the world. She gave that man the box before all that happened. You know it.
What a soul food. I mean, she's been. We can't say that. We can't disagree saying that.
I don't want to diminish her, but at the same point, we compare apples and oranges.
Right.
We compare her to.
But still, if she hasn't experienced it, how far do y'all want her to take it in the media?
Exactly.
Fair.
And then answering the question and getting out.
And then on top of that,
move,
guess who liked the comment of her? The person saying, "Hey, look, your success don't meet you." So on to the next. Guess who liked it? Gabrielle Union. Why?
Getting paid though. Gabrielle Union getting paid.
But I get so tired of the position she's starting to play. Though.
She may also feel like she's not getting paid her value.
Yeah.
What movie she's been in recently?
Recently,
she was in a movie on Netflix.
She's been a lot of Christmas Lifetime movies.
That's older stuff, right?
That's not, and that's
like
and
Hallmark
that's not a push up. That's not a push up in the career.
She's going towards like a social media aspect of entertainment now.
To me, she's been just very vocal, always speaking against the man of
So those numbers and stuff that she's getting paid social media wise, I get that it might sound smaller, but she's still pulling in bank.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting paid independently. She's not getting paid by networks and she's making.
And in all honesty,
she's got the partnership with New York.
So she ain't got no dog in the fight for real.
I think her, and I'm just assuming because alike is alike, and we're only we're forced to draw our own conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
I think her reason for the like was you should have just been supportive of your sister.
Lie.
And again, I'm with Syrok on this one because
you don't have to lie, but you have to acknowledge
But she said
black Hollywood circles run very small.
True.
Right.
Very true.
So it's not like one of her counterparts haven't had this conversation with her. While it wasn't her experience, it is an experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think the thing is, and I didn't see it fully. But I think people's problem is defend your girl.
Yeah.
It might not be your girl, but defend your comrade. And then, hey, it hasn't happened, hasn't affected me.
So for future references, say this, put this scenario in our hands right now. This four of us.
Mm-hmm.
We three get paid something, you get paid something different. We're all on the same project.
Mm-hmm.
We get interviewed about you in the media saying, yeah, there's been pay problems and da.
Mm-hmm.
What do we say? We say, yeah, there is a pay problem. That was crazy, da.
Yeah.
Or we say, I heard there is some problems. It was nothing with me, but
well, that's a little different how you just said that. Though only because when they ask
project.
Well, no, but that second part.
That's what I was thinking. Yes. Because we're bubbling up to the same person complaining about that one person as opposed to the structure being fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
And I think too for Vivica, again, she's never said that Taraji's wrong. She's saying she's for the support of one another. She literally just said,
I have to see the clip.
She answered she answered the question, hey, look, has that ever happened to you in your career? She's like, honestly, I've never came across those woes in my career. Now, again, in comparison, success-wise, Taraji's been in a lot more projects and bigger projects. Vivica, she's had great movies. I'm gonna say 90s, early 2000s. It's been a minute since we really seen her in some. You know what I mean? She was really like Black Hollywood. Vivica was up there, man. Soul Food, Set It Off. You mentioned Independence Day. Yeah. I mean,
nobody denied that she was a baddie in her prime.
Absolutely. Yeah, she was one of those.
And I think that's where the frustration, at least for Gabrielle and other people, are coming from, because they're like, look, Vivica, you were kind of like. You were that person for at the period. You were one of our top people, and even though her and Taraji are really not far away from age, they still they were coming up at the at the same time really in Hollywood, and they worked together on Empire. Right. So it's just I can see people's frustration, but in all honesty, don't criticize her because she really just spoke the truth. She said, look, it never happened to me, but it's not helping the situation. The timing is awful.
So
The
the
timing
only
sucks.
thing, my only confusion when it comes to this type of stuff is that it's always between the men and the women, but you don't hear too much about pay disparities amongst the same demographic, like, you know, amongst men. When one guy is getting paid more than the other guy and it's for the same project, well, the guy that's getting paid less either just says, I'm not doing this, or I'm about to step my game up to get that pay. You know, now I'm not trying to say nothing controversial. I'm not trying to say nothing against the support of, you know, women in general. But if all four of us gets put on by iHeart, right? They offer you 150, me 200, you 150, you 95, right? That's the pay disparity. For some reason I got the most, for some reason you got the less. We're going to broadcast the fact that she got the least.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
But why won't we be upset about you getting less? And because people are just going to be like, where there's a talent gap instead of it being it's a sexist gap. Why isn't she getting less because she's less talented? And
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
While you have a point, I think the problem is it's the she that always gets the less.
Thank you.
And it can't always
in
be
these cases.
a talent gap.
And she may be also, the other thing about her is she might be okay with what pay she gets, even though even though it's less, she may just be like, why good, I still live a good life, and I'm not gonna you know, rock the boat in this situation, and then people in the industry are looking at me,
and that's what still hurts Taraji's case, because then they're saying, oh, Taraji's just being greedy. Like, seriously, that's what I mean. That's a reaction.
But that's what women are told to do: be quiet.
Well, again,
you get what you
it's
get.
not helping. It's not helping. It's not helping her case with Vivica's reaction. It's like, it doesn't help Taraji's case on wanting us to get paid more money. So
I don't agree with the being quiet part, but I also don't agree with the tactics. Same way with Monique's. I just feel like every time I ran into a situation where I wasn't paid what I was worth, I did rock the boat, and I did try to, you know, I either left or negotiated for more. But the way that they're going about it, getting sympathy from people who
can't even
do
it.
They don't write
don't care that you make more money than 4, 5, 6 times over.
These companies do not care about public shaming to that degree.
You
think that's going to move the needle with how much they pay you? Fam.
You're directed to a crowd that will love to make an average of like $150, $1,000 a year, right? Or even less than that.
So even I'm not on their level, by all means, I know they beat me by star power, popularity, talent, all that. I'm no fool. These people are legends. But if I was in their shoes and I noticed, like, oh, if I can't negotiate more money with my team or myself, it's either one, some ain't right with my group, or two, just leave. Don't do it.
That's what pissed me off, and we don't have to stay here for too long, but that's what pissed me off about the Monique thing. It was so entitled, like, you just felt you should get this much more money because what? You don't have the cachet to denote that you should be making this money that you're looking to get.
It's the truth.
Like, yes, you're a legend in the comedy world. We've watched you grow up and grind. We saw you on these mixtape, you know, comic views, and we saw all that. We saw the legend. We saw it. But when you compare it to the people who are negotiating those millions, look at the teams. You got your husband. They got 40, 50 people in the back arguing over money for them.
And you know what the sad thing is too? It's not even about years of experience that's the kicker. It's like, what have you done for me lately? What have you done lately? Because here's the thing, Amy Schumer, I don't think it's funny at all, but Amy sold out Madison Square Garden twice at that time.
I don't think she's funny. But if I know she's selling out,
that's
in the Garden, and then Monique
wild.
Maybe done a few funny bone shows.
I kind of think Amy Schumer's a little funny.
She might crack a couple of jokes, but I'm just saying, like,
humor.
She talks about being a whore. You usually get me.
Oh. Well, what up?
Which nobody wants to picture.
But that one joke was funnier than any joke I heard her say. So with that, her team, her business skill, Amy what's her name? Amy Schumer. Her business tactics her game
it works.
Yeah.
It works. She gets the hand that she's dealt with. Granted, it might be a little bit better than what Monique's has,
Right.
but she plays it to the fullest. I feel like, man, if I was Monique's manager, dude, there would be no way that you'd be able to slander her name on anything. There'd be no way. She would be an icon. Like, she would be a black icon. Not saying that she's not, but we play her like she's not.
Right.
And there would be no way, shape, and form that I would allow that room to happen because of all the things she's done for us throughout the years in entertainment.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
She's a cold motherfucker.
Right.
And
but her business sucks.
And look, before we leave this one, I had to throw in 250 has been doing a campaign saying, look, I want to bring Taraji on the Power series. Like, I want to give her the same salary that Mary J. Blige is getting, which is like $400,000 per episode. So now I don't know how many episodes.
Mary non-acting ass is getting $400,000 per episode.
That's what I said too. I was thinking the same thing. $400,000.
Oh,
400. 400 per. Now I'm just saying, imagine that 8 episodes. That's like that's like almost $3.5 million right there. Like literally 8 episodes.
Wow.
So it could be 12.
Man, listen, I have an emergency 50 cent
non-acting ass.
An emergency one.
Emergency 50 cent jokes. Just in case if I just run across them in the street, I'm gonna have a playbook of play-by-play conversation.
Well, how you
gonna have this
that?
man?
Yeah.
Dog. I'm gonna be 50's best friend.
He's given a lot of opportunities.
He really is. Like, you have to give him his credit with that, man.
We really need to start celebrating 50 Cent more for his contributions to
I pay more, like, I will give more respect to 50 than Tyler.
Really?
I would give more respect to 50 Cent. Like, if I had to choose, I shouldn't say respect because maybe that's probably a
but
which
you're
route?
just saying,
if someone says, who do you want to go to? Whose studio you want to work in? And I see Tyler Perry Studios.
Well, we heard how it goes
down.
No.
Let's not take the video. Let's not take the video. I'm just saying, without the allegation.
Removing that.
I'm going to 50 Cent. I'm not going to Medea.
Right.
I'm going to 50.
Right.
I want to be in that type of cinematic.
I feel you.
Not Medea.
And even in speaking perspective of being behind the camera, like, that's what I would rather do than I feel like Medea has, like, that whole thing has a lot for people. A lot of those.
And it's for one, it's old. It's literally been an ongoing, like, same thing, right? I would say I think Tyler Perry's whole, like, system has the way he has it is used for, like, startup actors and actors, in my opinion, because, like, a lot of, the stage play, a lot of people we see right now in TV shows, they were on his stage plays. And I mean, it's a great avenue for that, but 50 is in the realm of, like, no, I'm bringing in stars. I'm bringing in stars.
This is cinema.
Right.
This
no
is
games
cinema.
Played. And then I feel like 50 Cent would be more lending the ear towards different genres of black film, not just that same formula that Tyler Perry uses.
That's true.
The formula works, don't get me wrong. It's entertaining. Every now and again, he'll come up with something that I like. The next one I might not. Tyler Perry, hey, you good at my book. But 50 Cent, I feel like you can go to him about a black western, a black sci-fi, a black,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Without getting too much, you know, you can do
True.
different stuff with him.
He gave us all the Power universe, but then he gave us that show that was on ABC with the
that was so good. That was so good.
Like, that was
and then
way
the
off the beaten
superhero kid, the kid with superpowers, Raising
Cane.
It was something.
Wait, no.
Was it Raising Cane?
Raising Canaan is not
that one.
No. I know which one you're talking
There's
about.
a movie.
Is that the one on Netflix?
It's a movie or a show where the little boy got, like,
okay. I didn't see that one.
He got, like, superpowers. He got, like, telekinetics, and I think he
the little.
Oh, okay.
That's 50's joint, ain't it?
Hold on.
I don't know.
Maybe it is.
No. Raising Canaan is the story of young 50 Cent from Power.
Oh, okay.
That's definitely not
it.
It ain't Raising Canaan.
No.
But I just feel like if you are a young script writer, if you're a young actor, if you're a person on my level, not even young, just someone in my level who's trying to get into that world, 50 would be the option to go. You're guaranteed a role that can really move
Yeah.
part of the culture.
Yeah.
When you go to Tyler Perry, you're gonna get a dope role. You might get a few laughs, but your career is gonna stop at Tyler Perry's property line.
That is, fam. That is so on point right there.
It really
I don't want
is.
my career to stop when I leave Georgia.
Shamar Moore has still not recovered from shit. We still see him with those fake braids.
Do not think that Criminal Minds wasn't the shit. Nobody watched Criminal Minds.
Yeah,
he was on Criminal Minds.
Yeah,
Tyler.
Yeah, he was.
Shamar, not Tyler.
Criminal Minds.
Oh,
yeah.
Tyler.
He was on.
So I mean, he overcame the braids.
Is that a recovery? I don't know.
I mean,
ain't been in a movie, but all right.
Yeah, he hasn't been in any movie. He's been strictly TV, which I don't know which one is better, TV or movies in a sense. Because if they talking about 400,000 per episode,
if you was on Grey's Anatomy, you didn't give a damn about a movie.
Oh,
that's true.
If you was on Grey's Anatomy,
that's true.
There's people that's been there since they started. Exactly.
There's levels to all of it.
Yeah. But yeah, I just. Oh, are you out?
It's out. Oh. Let's go to Michelle's topic.
Yeah.
Can you grab me a
bartender?
Look, you gonna definitely need
he be serving them
beverage.
drinks.
And then what we
for this topic? Look,
I'm gonna use the last bit.
I have a very scandalous thing.
Oh,
shocker!
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I know.
Michelle trying to get us kicked off the radio.
I know, right?
I really wanted to talk about it on the
Hey,
radio.
can we talk about not coming?
No, Michelle, we cannot talk about that on the radio.
What if I just use a code word?
We use fireworks. Let's use fireworks again.
It's a lack of fireworks.
It's a lack of fireworks. Oh gosh.
But listen. So, a lot of women, we've been talking, doing some tea time and talking about, our sexual escapades over the years and current. And we're noticing a trend among some of the younger guys that, you could just, not that we're complaining having sex for hours, but to the extent of the man like being so frustrated where he cannot come. Like he cannot come. And so women are like, is it because you're not attracted to me? And then, personally me, I had a guy very casually was with who, he blatantly told me, because I was getting mad too. I'm like, dang, we're just gonna go 2-3 hours. You're gonna put my back out, my hips out, everything's gonna be out. I'm gonna have to go see 3 doctors at the end of this just to get right. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And he was like, well, I masturbate 4 times a day.
Yo, let's stop right.
Does he work?
Let's
like, I mean,
yeah.
Like, he does work. But
does
he's
he
like,
work from home? Because
no.
Is he talking to clients while he?
No, he's just like taking care of business. He's just letting that stress go. He's just letting
We get it.
4 times a day is crazy.
It's a lot, and I was just like, don't you think you should stop? Like, you can't even.
No, you can't stop.
Like, you
can't. That's
like, what
that
is
man gonna be mad at the world if he goes
but
cold
a lot
turkey.
of women, a lot of women are seeing this issue, and it's like getting irritating. It's like annoying to a point of like it really is. It's annoying. It's like, because the frustration that he's feeling, like breaking out, like, just breaking out in a sweat, out of breath, just have to keep taking breaks because they just can't get there. That's just annoying. All right, guys, what's up? What's happening? What's happening to these guys? Please tell us.
I don't hit the age mark. It's times where, so I'm multi-orgasmic, right? I'm multi-orgasmic. I pride that. So if I am humping for hours, I definitely came a couple times in between those. There's no way that I can't. So I just don't see. All I can think of is some type of influence is in it that we're missing, some type of detail that we not paying attention to. So they got the gummies. What is that type of gummy?
The CBD?
We was joking and said it was ginger root, but there's a certain root or some
elderberry.
Type of
I don't know.
Elderberry.
I don't know.
It's something, man. It's just I don't know what it is, but it says to prolong your sexual
maca root
and improve your sexual something. I'm gonna look it up while we're talking.
Well, I'm one and done.
But not coming at all.
So
Cam said, "Woo!"
Give me a break. Give me like 27 minutes.
There's no way. If I know that I'm humping you and you can't get me to climax, I fake it and move on. I fake it and be like, there's no way I'm going past a certain time and I'm not enjoying myself.
For hours is wild.
I'm not having fun.
But then you got to realize, like, you're damaging her also. mentally and physically. Like, why would you even want to?
Yeah,
unless it's like straight love,
because it's upsetting.
unless it's like straight love making for all that time, and like y'all are just in the vibe, and that's just how y'all living through that. Cool, but if like y'all are just straight up.
No,
and again, you're talking about like not under any influence, because like we mentioned about like it's drunk. You know, when you have a few drinks,
is a real thing. When you younger, them young guys, they be on them perks. That be the man, them 19 to 25. Them they be on that perk, them pills. Them Xannies, them man, they be on some crazy stuff.
I mean, maybe women don't know. Maybe we don't know if somebody's under influence of something like that. But you know, like questioning somebody and then them saying, "Well, I just masturbate a lot throughout the day." So that's why.
A funny response.
Like, what?
Well, you know, I do beat my meat a couple.
To Syrok's point, if I'm ever in that place where I'm like, this ain't gonna happen, I'll fake it.
Yeah, we fake it.
I'll fake it in a second.
Men fake it, but going that long without coming at all, something ain't right.
Something ain't right with him. I'm like I said, something ain't right.
right.
He might need to question his sexuality or something. I don't know.
And I know some men is probably listening, like, no, we've had sex and not came. I'm not saying that. There's times where I had sex and not came. That does happen. Yeah. There's times where I fucked for a long ass time.
Yeah.
But not coming at all and not faking it. What are we here for?
Well, maybe he didn't even have the thought to do that. But like, because we do that so we won't break the woman's ego. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he didn't,
I'm not feeling it tonight. Like, I'm tired. She came a couple times.
Exactly. That's the accomplishment right there.
Yeah.
I've just been surprised by that.
Even with that, there have been times where I have almost been there and I threw it off just to make sure that she came.
I've done that.
And then I can't get back to where I was. So that has happened.
Yeah, that would be, that's something that I've seen, you know, obviously I've seen that happen. I'm just like surprised how many women that I've been talking to, and we've been talking about this, and how many
orgasm? Are they reaching orgasm?
Multiple times. I mean, because you're having sex for hours, so you're gonna get there a few times.
Once she gets one, I'm good. Like, all right,
one.
Look,
this man's gonna make me a sandwich. You hungry?
Once she get one, I'm fair game to do what I need to do.
That's crazy. And the minimum is one orgasm for foreplay, one orgasm for sex. That's
no, I roll with that.
Then after that,
but I say one because I'm not even counting the foreplay one.
Oh yeah, I count the foreplay orgasm.
Yeah, because there's no friction on me for that one.
Oh well,
yeah.
You know, what
it's not the most exciting for us, but that's
it is exciting. No, I love doing. I'm just saying, like, that's not going against my counter. Because I'm not in it, so I can. That's a throwaway one. You can get two that way.
I definitely run up the score. Before we actually start sex, you definitely give me a handicap. Like,
absolutely,
you came once already.
Oh,
my pants still on.
Oh my god!
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
I'm winning.
Yep.
Yeah. But not coming at all. Not coming at all.
So when you fall in love, though, when a man falls in love with a woman, is it true it makes it harder to not come?
No. The more I love you, the more disrespectful the sex get.
The more disrespectful. Oh, I mean,
I wasn't.
My last relationship
was with you until you said that.
The last relationship,
he was.
Last relationship I was in, the beginning of the relationship when we were hot and really going, and I was really in love, head over heels, blinders. The sex was amazing, mind blowing. As soon as it got to a part where I was like, this person don't even like me, the sex was bad. I was ready to get it over with. Yeah. It just felt.
Facts. But why did you start thinking that though? Like, why even like tell yourself that?
It's, you can tell with the way that the sex was,
body language,
eye contact, everything. Like, you know how consent don't always have to be verbal. When you start to get the signs of your consent being withdrawn, the sex appeal starts to get lost. The sex appeal starts to get like, I'm not liking this anymore. And as soon as I start to get uncomfortable, I either fake it or it's just done. Like, we just be like, you know what I mean? And that might be an awkward conversation afterwards. It might be a weird little, like, you know, but you're already breaking up. Like, I already know we're going to end because I caught that vibe. My love language is touching. So if I'm touching you and I'm losing what I used to feel, something ain't right with you.
Something's wrong.
And
Yeah.
you're not feeling me anymore.
Yeah.
You don't like me no more.
Michelle, I need you to talk to the women listeners because I had an issue with past relationship, and my ex initiating sexual encounters.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So
every man needs
yeah.
Women,
Women listening. So like, because we're usually the initiators. Usually, men are
80% of the time.
Yeah.
I think that's true. Even when with women, I'm usually the initiator.
That you're a different beast.
Yeah.
It's cool. So like, we need to be toyed with. We need to be played with. We need to be tempted.
Teased.
We need to be all of that. So like, give our women listeners some advice as to how you pull your man in. Don't get too nasty, because like,
No, because Michelle like to get a little nasty.
This is a podcast. Let her get nasty.
Then you two
might
need to leave the room in a second.
Look,
Then
look, I say, well, men have told me this. Eye contact is kind of like a number one thing that I have done.
110%.
I'm very intentional, and I said this, last week when I did the episode over at the Beat Dungeon. I said, why do I have to, why I got to write you a whole letter? Why do I got to text you all this stuff? I'm just going to look at you and you're going to know from my eye contact, I want to fuck the shit out of you as soon as we leave here. We are getting out of here and we're not even going to make it home. We're not going to even get to the house because my eyes already told you that. And I feel like a lot of women nowadays, they're so insecure about themselves. And because look at society, it tells us we're not beautiful enough, or our butt's not big enough, our abs are not flat enough. And we let it get on our heads to such an extent that we've lost our own like love and self-awareness of how sexual creatures we are. If we would just get out of our head. And I mean, we do it on social media though, don't get me wrong. We'll be up there posting pictures looking like we're ready to devour you, and then we get in real situations and it's like this awkward like shyness.
Bait and fucking switch.
But I will say to all women, start with how you present yourself, how you dress how you feel sexy too. Like don't dress how you think everybody else wants you to dress. Dress what makes you feel sexy, but also be very intentional with your eye contact. If you really want that person and you want to initiate, we don't have to be quote acting like a dude. We don't have to be like, man, I'm trying to fuck you, Syrok. I'm trying to fuck you. We don't have to be like that. Just let them know. You can be passive and classy, but if I come up to you and I'm staring you in the eyes and I'm looking you up and down and I'm gonna be like, are we trying to go home or what?
What if the person's
what is
cross-eyed?
happening? What are we doing right now?
Shut up, Arrington.
What if the person cross-eyed?
And
or that one eye that twitch?
I'm gonna take
lazy
it
eye?
a step further than that, because that's cool on like
It's
someone that you really don't normally rock with like that. But my concern is like relationship graveyard,
long standing.
Yes.
A lot of that is I think because people stop taking care of themselves when they're in relationships. They stop self-care, they stop going to the gym, they stop eating healthy, they stop they stop doing a lot of things that you attracted to, what attracted you to one another in the beginning. And if I don't feel good about myself, I'm not going to go put some laundry on and come down and make dinner like in the beginning, because I don't even feel good about myself.
Okay.
But I feel like the problem is within ourselves.
That's selfish.
Not because your partner's
I'm
not
saying
doing
it's
something.
Selfish. That's selfish. That is super selfish. Ladies, if you're not jumping your man's bones because you don't feel sexy, that's selfish. There's times where I don't feel my best and I am begging to eat the pussy. Like, there's times where I don't feel sexy. There's times where I'm confused. I'm lost in my own career. There's times where I just don't got it all there. I don't feel like 100% myself.
100%.
But I am never going to turn down an opportunity to pleasure you.
Absolutely.
That is the difference between me and you.
I think
because now you're making it all about you and forgetting that, wait a minute,
I have a partner.
Exactly.
There's another scenario behind this though. I'm gonna play this out for you. Let's say y'all been married for a while, right? You both work full time. Okay, then you come home, you got kids, right? Let's say you come home, she's going in the kitchen, she's cooking, she's taking care of the kids. You know, you're unwinding, doing what it is you unwind. She's taking out the trash. She's cleaning the house up. She's got to get the dishes, get the kids ready for bed. When I tell you she has 2 full-time jobs, because when she gets out of work, gets home, now's another full-time job. So by the time it's time to go to bed, she's so exhausted. And I'm just playing devil's advocate. She's so exhausted because she's done everything from the time both of you got home from work, that now she's looking at
this
you
ain't devil's
like
advocate. This is your real life scenario.
I'm about to
it is
say-
a real, I have lived it where I'm like, you know, if I had, and this just not to be funny, but if my first husband, sorry if you see this, but if he would have came in, you know, when I came home for work and he came home for work, if he would have been like, hey, how about while you're cooking dinner, how about I go get the kids, you know, give them their baths, get them ready for bed, get their stuff set out tomorrow, I'll help them pack their lunch. If you help me shorten my nighttime routine down to 3 hours instead of 6 hours, I'm gonna give you all the ass you want.
We're always
I'm give you all the
assuming,
ass
though,
you
that
want.
the men don't already do these things, when I am living proof in my circle that we do these things.
I know there's a lot of men who do.
Right. And
Yeah, there's a
so,
lot of
but
men who
we
do.
all have that same, man, she just don't never start the fight. Like, she don't never start it.
Yeah.
Even if she wants it, she
Yeah.
doesn't start it. Even
And that's my thing.
women don't
Yeah.
start
So
it.
that's my thing right there.
You
When they
want
want it and they don't know how to
Just as
initiate.
bad
Because
as
we're
me.
told to be classy. We're told not to act
But
like
again,
a
but
dude.
that's-
I mean,
but that's-
I'm
that's a-
irrelevant because
and
I will
that's-
initiate.
But that's in the case of listening to
All
outside
the time.
noise. You're saying that's what we're told.
But you
It's like,
should-
what do you? But what's
Yeah.
your body telling? What's your mind? What's
I
your heart
mean,
telling you?
And how long do we let that grace transition happen? All right, you've been with your woman for 7, me 16.
Yeah.
We're still having the same
But have
problem.
you told them?
Right.
Have you sat down and said, "I would like for you to initiate"?
I
If
had
you-
Oh,
that-
absolutely. We have the
I had
conversation.
that
Absolutely.
conversation
I'm gonna
with my
try,
ex.
and
So
yeah,
how does that go?
This is how to go. I'm gonna try, and yeah, there was even sometimes where I be wanting it so bad, and I just let you go to sleep, and I don't say nothing.
And I'll be like,
If
damn
you
it,
don't
why did you
jump
tell
on my
me?
face like
Man,
Wake my ass up.
Sometimes, like, the sexy part of it, like, I don't want to feel like the one who likes you the most all the time.
Mm.
Like, yes, I know
100%.
I love you more than you love me. That's cool. I like you more than you like me. That's cool. But it's sometimes, every now and again,
There's just
fly.
there's just something so sexy about a woman that just comes to get it.
Who wants you?
That
You
just
know,
comes.
It's every man's
Dog.
fantasy.
But you
It
gotta
really is
find.
every
You
man's
also
fantasy.
that woman has to tap into also her own sexual energy. For me, obviously,
You're right.
I find sex
Right.
to be like a playground. Like it's like a playground of fun, which you have with this adult and this adult, like 1, 2, 3, however many people you got in a room.
Mhm.
But it's like open. It's like a blank canvas. We can do whatever we want. We can play with whatever toys we want. We like
That made me-
to me, it's fun.
Just a little.
It's
that made
fun.
me wake up.
I just like
That was,
you could just do whatever
I
you
think,
want.
hey, what are we talking about?
Keep your ass right over there. Keep your ass right over there,
I
bro.
thought we were recording.
I thought we was working. What the fuck is going on?
But I feel like a lot of women look at
It's
it.
enough
as
liquor
a
for Syrok
chore.
right there. There's no.
Like,
I pushed it away. It's all the way in the middle of the table.
but if you view it, it's how you view it. I choose to view it that way, and because I view it that way, my energy when it comes to sex, I'm very experimental. I want to try different things.
Well, and I
wanna
think
keep
that's
it
so
fun.
rare because I feel like in the public eye, women are always looked upon as you gotta keep it classy. You gotta keep it classy.
And
I-
that's
I
fine.
wanna throw-
But once you're
go ahead.
comfortable with your partner, that
that
shit should
that
go
should
out the
away.
window.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But what throws the monkey wrench in that scenario or in that theory is that when we're out and about, let's use full package as an example.
Mhm.
Women literally throw their whole pussy at me after the show. It be ridiculous, like crazy.
Yeah.
Why? I didn't.
Why do these strangers?
Did you see
I
that
don't see anything.
coming?
I
Like I didn't see. I'm not saying I don't see it.
Oh, I
I
mean-
didn't see you saying that in that
I
moment.
didn't I didn't see it coming at all. I didn't see it happening at all.
I'm very popular.
I love
after.
that. I love that.
But
Like,
once again, I'm forgetting we're talking about Syrok Foxx.
because comedy is a turn on for women.
Facts.
Gotta be.
Because this right here,
Not
this
even.
is connected. Did you
but
ever see
not
somebody?
even-
This, and this is connected.
Not even just comedy. A man that can control a room
That's
Mhm.
right. assertiveness,
whether he's
dominance.
just whether he's DJs get pussy out the ass, and
Yeah.
they don't even talk sometimes.
Damn.
Damn.
DJ Eater.
Like a man,
They be working on another
That-
turntable after they finish.
someone that controls a room. It's an establishment of power
Mhm.
to a degree. Like you got everyone in the room fawning over your every word for however many hours straight. Like that's a turn
So why
on
is
to
it
women.
that those women? So how is it that women who love me,
Mhm,
who have my consent, who have access to my body fully,
mhm.
struggle with the initiation, but then these complete strangers
Because they already have it.
who only listen
Yeah.
to me for what,
Complacent.
4 hours?
They already
It's
have
a
it.
complacency.
That intrigue that's
Mm.
capturing those women in the room.
They live with it every day.
That's why people have
Exactly.
affairs all the time. People have affairs based on, I just want to like act this out, try something
Yeah.
new, instead of
And it's
creating
a one and done.
creating a whole. You can act things out with your partner. Go get some costumes on. Shit.
Well, my wife, she'll still say like, "You make me blush," or "I'm shy around you." Like she still
Yeah.
says, like I'll look at her and she'll be like, "Stop." What do you mean?
That is adorable. That is adorable.
I be thinking like, what do you mean?
Ugh.
Now, otherwise, she just be giggles. She don't do the blushes. She'll start giggling and like cover her face. And I'm like, yo, this y'all not new pussy.
Yeah.
This isn't new pussy. Like this is it. Why are they acting like that? That's what I need to know.
But yeah, anyone that is trying to get you off the rip, they're gonna be a little more aggressive because you have to be overt if you conquering some new shit.
I personally, I'm gonna say this. For me personally, I like men who tease me. And I'm going to, because I want to be somewhat dominant in being the initiator. But if a guy is too easy, and I'm gonna just say the other night I went to a place and a guy came up to me and he was like, "Before you leave tonight, I'm gonna kiss you." And I was like, "No, the fuck you're not." And he was like, "No, I am. We're going home together." And I was like, I would rather die than to literally go home with you because he was acting like an asshole the way he was saying it. It was like, grab my arm and everything. And I'm like, first of all, don't touch me. You don't know me. But if a guy is acting mysterious, more passive about it, or he's giving me eye contact and letting me know, but he's not just coming out his mouth, then I'm going to take that role because I'm like, all right, now you're basically giving me the green light, but you're not saying it. So I'm going to take that role. So maybe sometimes try to take, play more passive teasing. You could passively tease.
That bro thought he was like Cuba.
You could passively tease. I don't know what he thought, but that was,
Why Cuba got to catch a stray?
I don't know.
sorry,
It was
I'm
nasty. He was
Radio.
I
nasty.
like accidental nasty. Accidental nasty
Oh
is
yeah,
great.
see, that's what I'm talking about.
Accidentally,
Yeah, that is hot.
Is
hot.
it's because it's a surprise? In
You're
a
like-
sense,
No,
like
it's
it's
just like,
unexpected.
Okay, so like we're at a party or whatever, and it turns out that all these people we know in our everyday routines, right? And so throughout months or whatever, y'all been serving sexy every single time y'all in the room. And then all of a sudden at this party, for some reason, the sexiness just go, all that frustration, those little flirts and
The
hints
looks.
and brushes
Mhm.
and all that stuff just piles on, and then you're fucking.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Great.
That's how that shit
And
happens.
it's great.
It's amazing.
And
And
you're
it's
like,
like 5 years of foreplay. You're
Yeah,
like, what the
how the fuck did we
Yes.
get here?
How did we get here?
Yeah.
You remember last Christmas when you said, man, that sweater, really nice.
It stuck.
It stuck.
Yeah.
The last sweater comment
Opened up a whole new visual of that
You got
person.
like a closet full of sweaters, probably. Huh? Yeah.
But women like mystery too. We
After
like
that,
to
I
keep
got
the
some.
mystery too. Just like, men like mystery, but women like it too. If you've been together a while, still keep it mysterious.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Public play. It's the best.
But I think the lesson learned is like, ladies, y'all gotta talk to us. You gotta let us know. In all honesty,
You
because we
gotta tell them,
cannot
that's
read
right.
women all the time.
Remote
That's
control
right.
panties.
Oh, I love that. I love those.
Women get all the cool
Yeah,
stuff.
they
I would
do.
love some
Okay,
remote control
but-
head.
Yes.
That'd be so
amazing?
You're not in the
fire.
mood now. It's okay.
Sweat, what's in your pants? Don't worry about it. It's custom draws.
Slurp. What?
I'm not getting no buzzer. I want the gawk one.
Oh, you want to go?
I
Oh.
want the gawk one. I need it to be a harness. I want it to be.
In the mind is a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Swallow.
Where's the rocket? Yeah,
Swallow. Swallow.
Bad timing, Bishop. Oh my God.
How long you been on so far?
We at a little over an hour now. What you got?
Psychedelics.
Okay.
Psychedelics. I want to talk about psychedelics entering in the everyday person's life. Now, when I say psychedelics, I'm referring to shrooms myself, but I get that there's others that people are okay with. Before I start the conversation, I want to go ahead and put the pre-note on it that I don't mess with anything that cannot be grown in my backyard. I can't grow it, nurture it, watch it going from a little bitty baby bumpkin to a full-grown, mind-blowing shroom. I ain't fucking with
Question though, at what point, because I've never done a shroom, I've never even smoked weed. I know Syrok, you're disappointed in me, but like never. I had it's a control thing.
Gotcha.
Already
built in my
already
head.
knew. And one day, he's gonna let Syrok drive the bus. He's gonna let him drive the bus.
I
don't like the way that sound, right? Wait, pause. There's a pause.
No Diddy.
I said no Diddy. No Diddy. Pause. No Diddy. Pause. No Diddy.
My God.
You gonna after you wake up, you gonna
let him ride the bus. What?
Your tank ain't gonna be wet. Nothing's gonna be wrong. Your tank wet when you wake up.
All right, my tank should not be the fucking.
Should not be moist when you wake up.
But when do, just for my own personal life, like when do mushrooms become shrooms? Like, is there a process by which this happens?
Well,
like
when they start the bud, the bud itself is a fungus, so it starts off that way. That's now its maturity changes and its effects may be stronger or weaker depending on.
And this is just off the grow.
Yeah, this is the shroom itself is the fungi that causes the effects.
Really,
and it's just that you're aging it to a point where it's ready to get pruned and dried and then eventually eaten.
Okay,
so you're not adding nothing for real besides growing the fungus itself, because that's what it is. It's a fungus.
Gotcha.
It's a fungus.
Gotcha. Okay, get back to your show.
All right, so amongst our culture, and when I mean our culture, I'm not just saying black, I mean our culture, like the culture of hip hop, the culture of music, Americanized, what we are right now, this melting pot weird shit that we be on. Amongst that culture, shrooms are looked upon like some terrible, just like weed to some people.
They're definitely on the rise now, though.
Right.
They're definitely becoming more acceptable than they were 20 years ago. But
I went on a big shroom journey this year and a little bit of last year, and I'm here to report back to you that shrooms are the bee's knees.
He's still here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm still here, and it led to a lot of the things that I created this year because of the journey I went on. So my second book I finished because of shroom. I didn't publish that yet. That was supposed to be an announcement. I fucked that up. Anyway.
Oh, damn.
So I wrote a story novel book, a full novel book,
really,
background and history, and it was because of the influence of shrooms. We've written music, we've written plays, movie screens. Like a lot of my ideas came from the subcategories of doors that I opened in my brain when taking psychedelics.
Yeah.
So what I'm pitching to y'all is, what scenario would give you the comfort of saying, all right, I'm going to try it. Or what's really keeping you from it?
It got to be home.
Besides the pre-connotation.
In my living room. Around nothing but trusted people. Doors locked. Alarms are on.
I don't recommend doing it in a group more than... I don't recommend doing it more than 3 or 4.
Yeah.
4 people at the max.
Yeah. Right.
Should be in your home. And these 4 people need to be riders.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Anything you want the truth about.
I definitely would care, because I think the skip. I guess the thing is how you're gonna respond. Because in all honesty, like, do you even feel like you're in your body? Like for me, I used to partake in marijuana, right?
And that's why I've never, what you're about to say right now is why I've never smoked.
Yeah, I've enjoyed.
A great answer.
I've had great moments with marijuana. Seriously, I've never had a bad moment with marijuana. Puff, I laugh my ass off. Everything is fun. Same with I partake in gummies, right? I partake in gummies because it helps me, doze off. But I'm in a great mood. But I think anything stronger to that capacity, I'm like, oh shit.
Like, what is it going to do? And then you start hearing stories and stuff like that. Like even edibles, I'm scared of, because unless the person, You know, like, because I don't know, is there a measurement when it comes to edibles? Like, this is,
I mean,
this percent and this is
there's
that
doses.
It's
percent.
like, exactly. There's
doses.
doses, and again, if I do try it out though, I have to like make sure like I'm in like a close room where I can't like, because again, that's just the response. I don't know what the response will be.
If you were to do shrooms, you should only do it with your wife in your room. Have the food already en route or already in the house.
Have the food already
and chill.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, don't go
Hide your keys from yourself.
Yeah.
So with the how do you feel? Okay. You still feel like you. You still feel like you. Your reality isn't all of a sudden I'm a bird. No, that's not how it goes. It's not alcohol. It's not
acid.
Right. You're not turning into
that's still out.
You're not turning into no pink
Jesus
elephants
Christ.
or nothing like that. You still feel like you. It's just that you take you, shrink it, and then walk into your head.
And then you start hearing colors.
No.
You don't hear colors?
You just pay more attention to your own thoughts subconsciously.
That is so.
Hey, have you ever heard Blue before?
Thoughts that you're not trying to have, thoughts that you didn't have, that you buried, memories that you forgot. You're literally taking a ride in your own head.
That's
and
wild.
that is it.
That's wild.
When you having troubles resolving something, having troubles remembering trauma, having troubles getting over pain, having troubles getting a thought completed, this is the best way to do it, because it's like physically going in your head and like, where is my issue?
Can you get work done in this process?
What you mean?
Like, so you like, because one of the things you described just now was like, it was like a mental block, right? So I translate that into potentially being a creative block. So once you get past that, like, can I now, like, am I in the mind state of actually doing shit?
You have to intentionally make that decision before you take the shroom.
So put it in the mindset, and then
you have to decide, what am I taking this for? If you go in with nothing on your brain, then you get nothing out of it.
You're just gonna be there on the couch.
You just wasted high. You just on the couch doing nothing, zone the fuck out, and you're not doing anything because you didn't have no.
That makes sense.
No goal.
It's almost like, I mean, during like creative meetings, right? Some people might say, "Hey, look, let's do it over lunch," but some people say, "Let's do it at night over drinks." I mean, you're consuming yourself with alcohol. It's like, man, I'm getting so crazy. Hold on, so because it's like you don't
went in there.
You block off other noise in your head. And you're like, hold on, we gotta talk more about it. And I mean, that's where ideas come from.
I completely agree. I've tried it a few times, and every time that I've tried it, I had the same experience you're talking about, where my like business ideas and stuff, like I'm telling you, look, even with edibles, we will come up with the most business ideas while under the influence, but shrooms does take it a step further, and I get exactly what you're saying. I've always tried to tell people, it feels like I'm kind of standing over myself, watching myself do stuff and advising myself, which is kind of the same. Like, it's weird.
You have more.
It's not helping. It's not helping me right now.
I'm saying that's a bad thing, but I can't wrap my.
You're like in your body, but you're not in your body.
You don't see this. You don't see this. But picture you playing Sims, and you see all the readings of you. You see all the interests that you're interested in, all the things that your sim want to do. It's you. You're controlling you. You can tell you what to do at any point in time, and you watch you go do it. But you have more of an understanding of why you chose it, which way you're going.
The fact that y'all are like duplicating the same experience is that's what it is.
Now, bad trips. Let's talk about bad trips. Now, I would be crazy not to. One, overdosing. Overdosing is a big problem because some people simply don't know what a microdose of psychedelic is. Depending on your weight, height, standards, your tolerance as far as controlled substances go, that all goes into factor. So if you were to ever do a psychedelic like shrooms, do it with someone who's done it before. Have them as a guide, like hey everyone, we're going on this trip. I'm going to be your guide today. So that's one person should be in your room, and then the other person should be someone who you love, trust. The reason why I say that is because without a guide, you'll get feelings that's new to you. That you don't
know how to do with
understand. And it will kind of spook you out.
Right. It depends on your dose. So if you microdose, your guy to be able to tell you this feeling is normal, and you can go, okay, just making sure. If you go a little bit as a full dose, if you take a lot and you get some of those effects, your guy to be able to be like,
Can you real quick? Can you define micro dosing?
So microdosing on shrooms is anywhere between 2 less grams. 2 or less grams is a microdose of shrooms.
Okay.
For somebody my size or your size, a gram to 0.5 grams, you can put that in tea or just eat it raw, and that'd be good enough for you to feel a little altered, but you're conscious enough to understand what's going on. Your weight and height standard, you'll have to do probably 1.5 grams. Put it in your tea or something throughout the day. You drinking it, and you'll feel a nice little. Okay, this is what shrooms is like. My next time is going to be this much, and then that's going to be my full dose. You always microdose shrooms first time, just to. It's like window shopping.
Yeah.
Now, the negative side effects that happen is if one, you're more shallow than you're willing to admit that you are. You're lying to yourself about things that you're not prepared to talk about, or you're covering up trauma that you caused or had to you. Anything where it's just like you're telling yourself a lie.
Yep, it's gonna come out.
It's coming out. You have no choice but to tell yourself the truth. It don't even necessarily have to be to you out loud. Like we can all take shrooms at this table and be quiet the whole entire time. But in my head, I have a full-on war. Because I lied to myself back in '96 that I started the moonwalk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling all my friends, it was me. It was me who did it.
So
no one is.
Cat Williams can vouch for me, right, Cat?
I'm using that as a joke, but obviously, people lie to themselves every day, all the time. And when you take the shrooms, you can't. You can't lie to yourself. You're gonna look and worry about that lie nonstop.
Or the other person in the room.
Or the other person in the room. You know what I mean? So you either overdosing, no goals, no mental picture of what you're trying to take the shroom for in the first place, or you lying to yourself. Those are the 3 things that I do not recommend. Do not take shrooms if you fall under these categories. Tell yourself the truth before you take this drug. Tell yourself the truth before you take this drug.
Clean.
OJ, before you take this.
Go ahead.
Sit in a room by yourself, look in the mirror and say, you know what? This is why I'm not shit. Nobody else gonna hear you.
Get it over with.
Get it over with. Once you feel comfortable, if you are in a serious relationship, married, tell that person the truth. There's some stuff that I had to tell my wife. Man, y'all think that story I told y'all before was bad. It got way worse. Come on now, look at this sexy mug. I was
all right. Moving on. But it sounds like though, on the good side though, it sounds like you're experiencing a dream but awake. In a sense, you're literally you're experiencing a dream while you're awake. Of course, the bad side, like anything else, overdosing is the thing. When you overdose it, it's gonna be a bad trauma. Now, being that only 3 of us has experienced marijuana, do you remember the very first experience you had when you first had it?
My very first experience, I found out that the track and field team cut me for academics my sophomore year. I want to say sophomore year, I got cut from the track team. Now, I was the captain of the team. And I was pissed. I failed some class, forgot what it was. I couldn't run that year. I was devastated. And I was always saying no to weed because of how good I was in track. And I smoked that with my cousin for the first time. And it was the best time of my life. Pizza rolls. Oh my God. So my cousin made pizza rolls and this kettle corn. And when I smoked these pizza rolls and kettle corn, he baked the pizza rolls. That was amazing.
Wait, how do you normally make pizza rolls?
Microwave them bitches.
At
the time, I was a young buck.
No, I feel you.
He baked them. You baked pizza rolls. Had to crunch on the tips.
I saw this one recipe, not to get too far off a topic, but this dude deep fried them and put I was like,
anything deep fried. Let's be honest, it's amazing. Anything deep fried is amazing.
And then he made kettle corn. It was the best time of my life. We played PlayStation. It was just, I was so mad at the world for telling me weed was bad. And it was the best.
Because back then it was reefer. Reefer was looked upon as like crack. You smoking that reefer?
I smoked that weed and said, I'm never going back.
What about you, Michelle?
My first time, I think it was like 14 or 15. And I definitely remember feeling very slumped. I remember feeling like I felt like I was sitting there and doing a million things, but actually I literally was just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Like I felt like I was doing something, but I wasn't doing
That's
shit
funny.
for like
That's funny.
hours.
Well, you spoke about it, like just talking about like microdosing and all that stuff. So my very first experience, I'm like, I don't feel nothing, man. What are you talking about? All of a sudden, I'm like,
What?
I can't. I don't really have no. Feel a little funny. Bro. I was just like, am I gonna go to sleep? Am I gonna wake up when I go to sleep? Oh my god! Because again, it was.
I'm gonna wake up when
Am I gonna wake up when I go to sleep? Oh my god, what's happening? Like I was freaking out because again, it was a feeling that I've never experienced. So I'm like, hey, I don't know. I'm like, oh shit, I love my parents. I love my family. Like it was hilarious. But like in that night though, I remember going.
What was
to
it
Dairy
first?
Queen.
Was it smoking or was it
It was
inedible?
smoking. It was smoking. No, it was smoking.
Yeah,
Always
your
out
first
the
time you should've,
bombs,
like,
man.
hit
The
it.
bombs, man. I got
Oh,
that.
it was a bong grip your first one?
When I was young, yeah, it was always a bomb. When I got to like
Wow.
really
That's a
college, it was
crazy
the blunts.
first.
That's a crazy first.
Shit.
I was a private school kid, so what can I say? I had, I had
That's
access. I had
huge.
access.
Most people's first is like a little hit of the
puff of a
blunt,
joint.
a little piece of a joint that's kind of wet. Like
We found out all the tricks when we were younger. We, the getting a liter bottle or getting a can and all that stuff like that. But that was my first.
Crazy.
Man, that was a good time.
With me, y'all gotta realize y'all talking to someone that's never even been drunk before. Like
What you mean, drunk? Like
never been drunk. Like I will,
but that's not a
stop
bad thing,
myself.
Cam. That's a great. That's
No,
a.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm
self-control.
just saying like I will stop myself once I feel that buzz, just because I don't want to cross over.
Yeah,
into
you
that
got a lot of self-control.
alternate. Yeah.
this is I'm not attacking you.
No.
I'm not attacking you.
Safe place.
But I feel like you need to know that side of you to know who you are. Like
it's in a form of growing.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not always going to have control over every single
That's
situation. And there's situations where you might find yourself intoxicated and you don't.
In
know how
my
to
mind,
respond to it.
I need to though.
Yeah.
Like, and I will even say I would probably rather be high than be drunk because I feel like
100%.
there's no benefit to being drunk.
The next morning you'll feel
whatsoever.
much better. I'm gonna just
You
say that
will.
right now.
Yeah.
Being hungover sucks.
This is a great thing about me. And I love this. I love that people have these stories about me. Whether I'm drunk, tipsy, high, crazy, crossed out my mind, or whatever, I'm still the same person.
Yeah, still the same person.
I
Yeah.
talk the same, I act the same, I laugh the same. Everything is the same. Now I might be nicer to strangers. I heard that changes. I'm more welcoming to Caucasian people
that are not Michelle.
that are not Michelle.
You be
I stopped calling her white. I be forgetting.
Oh shit!
There's a white person in the room right now.
Forgot. That quick.
I'm more welcoming. Y'all know when white people come around, I'd be like,
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm scared.
Rock somebody's like, get out my house,
really,
damn it.
He really does get uneasy.
I get scared. Like I stop moving.
Ass cheeks clenching like, what do I do?
Hey, Syrok, they're cool. This one is cool.
Oh, okay.
I
I don't know why I do that. But when
It's
I'm
very
drunk,
easy to forget,
Yeah.
Michelle is white though. She's, family. You just don't even think about that.
That's the only thing that really changes about me is my friendliness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything is the same. So having that power as a grown man, knowing that I can get blackout drunk and still be this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can get crazy high and still be this exact person.
I think it is good to know.
Right.
Because some people get angry and you don't know.
Mhm.
Like some people get violent. Some people just get real
and shit
loose.
happens. People roof for your drinks. People slip edibles in certain situations. I know whatever happens, if I get caught up like that, which I have, I know I'm still gonna be the same person and be out safe.
I probably won't be the same person.
And you won't recognize when it's happening. And that's what scares me. Somebody put something in your drink or food, or you ate something you didn't know that what it was. How do you know you're altered?
But it's just a part of the test
drink.
of knowing your body and having control,
Well, I don't know if I feel off though.
Now I gotta drug you to see what happens.
I know, right?
Quick.
I'm so curious.
This
now.
is cookie can.
Fucking Bill Cosby over here.
This
That's
is cookie can.
crazy.
This is a normal cookie can.
See me eat this one?
No, you can't have this one. This one's mine. This one's yours.
You're like, why is it taste?
Came over here putting something together.
This tastes
These
weird.
but weird.
doctors in the side
I'll be
with
like,
notes.
hey, Michelle, come split this cookie with me.
No, I got Michelle cookies.
But real talk though, you did like Syrok is right though. You do have to. It's good to experience it, but like do it in stake in your home, man.
Oh no,
Like,
it'll only ever
But if
be.
you
Yeah.
experience it, I want to witness it.
I know,
tried
right?
it.
Like I feel like we have to document
So I
this.
tried the edible thing once.
We're gonna do a
with
video.
a friend. She had Chex Mix,
Uh-huh.
and I had like 5 or 6 pieces, and I didn't feel anything, and I was like, I'm done. I've heard
you
this
need to
story
have
play
that.
out before.
'Cause you gotta wait an
That was
hour.
smart. That was
Well,
smart.
that
Why
too.
Chex Mix? Why I like something really good? Like you got to do.
I
this
like
stuff.
Chex Mix.
I know, but I'm saying like that's the scary thing though.
That
When you
means
have your
stuff
favorite
don't
snack,
know you don't know.
That's
the
what I'm saying.
amount.
That's your favorite snack.
And that was the point I was making before with edibles. Like you don't know. I guess with brownies,
Mhm.
if you make it throughout,
Yeah.
But to your point with Chex Mix,
You
if you're
don't
pouring
know
that
the
shit in the
amount.
bag, you don't know what falls where. So this piece could be
That's
100%.
That's dangerous.
This piece could be
Yeah.
10%.
Now,
When I didn't feel anything, I was like, "Nah, I'm good.
Pull out.
You keep going. I'm
pull out.
good."
Smart move.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a smart
yeah,
move.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
smart move all day, every day. But with the professional stuff, you have a gram count.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and that's
Yeah.
the difference between that and homemade. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm.
they have to legally put like this is 250 milligrams of
Yeah.
THC.
Okay.
And so you go off of what you microdose. That's why I say microdosing with shrooms.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You take 0.5 grams of shrooms, 0.5 grams of, well, that ain't gonna do nothing to weed, but you do that microdose with any of that drug and you touch the door of the high, you
Yeah.
know how much you can take without being too crazy.
yeah,
you got
yeah,
a
yeah.
good guesstimation at least.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
you hear 1,000 milligrams
Mhm.
and you know you only took 1 milligram and you felt a little weird, you know to bite one bite of that, put it back in the
Yeah.
Mm.
chill.
That's another thing. I like snacks. So like
That's
That's what I said. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous for Kev.
No,
That's
you
what he
gotta
said.
make-
Chex Mix. I'm like Chex Mix. That is not a good
No,
thing.
you got to make 2 batches.
Do like an
Right.
olive or something,
loaded.
like something
Right,
that
right,
is a fan favorite.
I feel that.
But you know what
I
though,
feel that.
psychedelics is starting to be like more talked about in the public, in the medical
Yeah.
field. Like I mean, legislation starting to really say, hey, look, we gotta encourage psychedelics, and there's doctors coming.
Well,
So
we know what all this comes down to. How they can
how they can
Yeah.
make money.
Yeah.
absolutely.
pretty much.
So
How
you
does
want me to
that-
bring in at the next show? I'm gonna bring some
I'm
tincture.
not doing
Do
that
it.
here.
Do
I still
it.
gotta drive home.
Do it. Do it. Bro, I got this.
So we
I got
can
this,
document
this
this.
amazing
I'm not-
couch over
I'm
here
not-
that you
I'm
can.
not laying on your bum ass couch.
You-
Yo.
It's an awesome couch, man. That's an amazing
Crazy.
couch.
Weed or shrooms in this place would terrify
Yo,
the
especially
fuck out
because
of me.
Arrington's face is everywhere
Oh,
in here.
my.
Oh,
And then
man.
that picture right there
Bro.
starts talking
And then
to
you
you.
try to leave, and then there's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the back with creams and stuff. No.
Let me shape your beard. Swallow. Swallow.
This is not a safe place to do drugs. This is a drug-free zone.
That goes, guys. That
Oh,
goes.
shit. Before we get out of here,
Oh, man.
Arrington, do you have any of your shits and giggles for today?
Do I have shits again? You know, I have one shits. It's something that had occurred actually in our home area of the Hampton Roads area. Happened in Portsmouth, Virginia. A gentleman was seen literally stealing. It sounded like 50 bottles. He literally put it in his sweatpants and you can hear the clinking while he's walking and just walks out. And people are like saying, "Really, really?" And look, that's the world we come into.
And then we know you live in the area, Negro.
No mask.
He
Yeah,
walked.
he just walked.
You know what I'm secretly
He
into?
walked. He
I'm-
didn't even drive
I'm-
off. He walked.
I'm into watching these cop videos, the body cam videos on YouTube.
It's priceless.
Most of them in Walmart, and they are hilarious.
People forget
Let me
Walmart's
just-
kind of ratchet.
Let
Low-key,
me
though.
just
Late
tell
at night
when
Walmart.
you have nothing to do, look up body cam videos on YouTube, and it'll
See
be
what people still
the whole thing from the beginning to bring them into the Walmart office, the security office with the shrink people. Like it's wild.
I don't
Like,
think it
it's
could get
wild.
worse than filling your pants with 750 milliliter bottles of glass.
Yeah.
Not even like probably the good alcohol too. You probably got a bunch of Kentucky gentlemen,
I don't think
Ain't no way
MDs.
he's reaching at
Yeah.
the top shelf and
He's
shoving
getting
it
all-
down.
all-
He's
Well,
starting
that's-
low.
Well, that's
He's
the other
starting
thing.
low.
Walmart only sells like wines and stuff.
Oh,
no,
not
this-
everywhere. Not everywhere.
They sell liquor
Yeah.
at Walmart. I
When
At
don't
I
know.
first
certain
moved here
ones.
and said, and found out y'all had an ABC store, I was
Uh-huh.
like, what the shit?
So there's certain
Wow.
ones. So like Delaware
here. I mean,
yeah. Virginia is
Virginia.
different, but like
Yeah.
certain states, it's weird. Like the Costco here doesn't have really alcohol, but Delaware, which is not really far, got everything.
They got
It's
liquor.
crazy. It's crazy, but I mean, like people really like. It's the world we live in. It's priceless because like Syrok said, it's not like you drove off anywhere. You walked. You literally just walking, clinking like.
Yeah.
So all they gotta do is say, "Yeah, he got a pants full of clothes." He will just walk out the store. You gonna see him clinking down the road.
Why not just take one?
That was crazy.
Possibly get away.
I don't know why he did that.
He's
That
like
was-
saying
or
that.
two, one on both
That was
sides.
so
Because see, his plan that he strategized was like, look, 50's the max, and I can.
And this
Yeah,
is
but
on
still
this
in
is
one
on
or two-
camera.
I got my
Yeah,
Excel.
oh, yeah,
Bro, I
still
said,
on camera.
you gotta look on your phone.
His
I said,
sentence
It
to
is
like
hilarious.
reasonable probation at most. He stole
Yeah.
so much that he made it a misdemeanor prison sentence
Literally.
time.
it's
Now you going to jail.
It's just
He went for that top.
and the worst part is it happened in Portsmouth. No, so now for those, I'm
right
sorry.
here in our backyard.
For those who are listening that's not even like live in Virginia, you're like, where's Portsmouth? Portsmouth is the most talked about city. It's the 11
In
o'clock
our
news
area.
in our area.
Which city was Baby Joker in?
Ooh, Newport News.
Oh, okay.
Newport News coming
Shit,
close.
in
second.
Michelle's
So
hood.
let's not
In
play like-
Michelle's hood. No.
Let's not play like out of all the 7 cities, Newport News is our top representative.
Yeah, look, we get out there. We get
Newport
out
News
there.
used to be that city, but Portsmouth, man, they
Portsmouth
taking the
taking
cake,
it.
bro. They
But
are not
I
catching
haven't
any
been
wins.
to the
Shout out to
casino
P.
yet,
Hustler.
but I
Neither
heard
have I.
it's stepping up.
Oh God.
No.
He's from Portsmouth, right?
Yes.
That's my
No,
guy.
he's from Newport News.
Oh, Newport News. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's
That's
from
right. That's
Newport
right. That's
News.
right.
Oh my gosh. Not P. No.
He hustle be spitting that shit though.
I'm not.
He didn't come though.
I choose
Yeah,
to
no.
abstain.
Smart.
I
Smartest.
I
Man.
abstain. P Hustler shoots people. You know he does.
I'm good with P Hustler.
I'm-
Hopefully he
I'm-
doesn't shoot me.
I don't have that report. So I'm not gonna joke.
I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Nope, all good over here.
No comment. No.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But no, I haven't been to the casino out there in Portsmouth either. I'm serious.
Man, but
I ain't trying to go to Portsmouth.
I heard
Like, I'm
it's
sorry.
It's stepping their game up. I
That's
heard
dope.
that it's doing what they were projecting that it would do.
Mm.
That it's bringing the attention that they would like.
Yeah.
It's bringing the audience that they like.
It's dope.
I heard
dope.
it's moving pretty good. Now this is coming from the people getting booked by them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
artists that's working with the casino,
Yeah.
like comedians and bands, musicians, all that stuff. They're getting booked by that place and saying they're having a blast.
So we got some talking to do then.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
They're saying
Yeah.
they're having a blast.
For sure.
Now, do I want to go?
Talk to me. Talk to us now.
I'm telling you the truth. I don't think it's nice that they got it.
Let T know. Hey, look, we need more. We need a couple of other fellas for security.
So if they booked us, say they booked us for a live show, would you say yeah?
I would say yes.
Yeah, I would say
absolutely.
yeah.
I
I
yeah.
would say yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if the show is over,
I'm coming in looking like the president, though. I'm just letting you know right now.
Security
Security
over at
galore.
10:30. Best believe I'm in Hampton by 11.
So y'all not gonna help me put my shit away. Is what you
No,
saying?
I'm
By
sorry.
the
I
time you
can't.
get
Nah.
the last thing in your car, I'm already going to be pantsless
That's
at my crib.
Crazy.
I'm going through the back. I'm going through the back door.
Yeah.
I'm just letting y'all
So
know
we,
right now.
we will have a minimal setup that day.
Let me
Then
tell you, we
one
got a Fort
camera,
Smith show.
You just
one
want
camera,
one light?
and y'all will share the mic between y'all.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
All right. All right.
Bring what you can to help. I got that for you. Bring what you can. I got a mic. I got
Safety's
I
everything,
got
sir.
my own XLR.
Safety is everything. Safety is everything.
I'll just unplug and walk away.
Portsmouth-
Like,
Portsmouth is wild. Portsmouth is so wild. It's just like people are like saying day or night. I don't know if I want to go to Portsmouth. Like that's literally where Portsmouth is at. But
Yeah.
hey,
Portsmouth is where I was at when my car got jacked up.
Oh.
Portsmouth is where I got my schizophrenic dog. My dog who had seizures and schizophrenia.
did you know he had that before you got him?
Uh-huh.
I got him the second.
I think I found that out afterwards.
Mm.
I knew he had PTSD.
Jeez.
Portsmouth.
Hmm.
Portsmouth dog. Shouldn't have did it. He was a support animal.
Mm.
It's a joke. On
A
my
support
TikTok.
animal that needs support too.
Go to my
He is-
TikTok, watch the joke whenever you feel. Yeah, that's,
I'll have to look
that's
at that.
the dog I'm talking about.
Oh, on the special you did with Stephanie and all. Oh,
Mhm. I had to put him to sleep.
Oh.
Oh, that nigga needed to die. Don't.
we got it.
Y'all should be like, whoop.
there goes Peter again saying, I remember them in
Yeah,
2023.
we got
God damn it.
She put that
We gotta
dog
get
to
out of
sleep.
here. We gotta get out of here.
Look, we are out, but yeah, continue to tune in to In Your City every Sundays at 12 p.m. on WNSB 91.1, Hot 91.1 FM, the Soul of VA. Also, download the app. It's free, WNSB, and also listen to us on all podcasts, man. YouTube, all that great stuff. We out.
Man, I was holding that pee in the whole time.
You and me.